It is about to be 8:30 and me and Nikki K are embarking on yet another 24-hour readathon. Here's up here's what's up first for our first book. For me, I am going to be doing Nightmare Hall. This was, I think, from the 80s. It's called The Wish. I predict a 3-star rating, and it's only like 200 pages.
I'm reading Nightmare Hall, Sorority Sister. I also predict 3 stars.
So we will check back in as soon as we're done. Let's get going. All right, little 24-hour update. We have just finished book 1 and we are 4 hours into the challenge. We did eat and talk quite a bit during that, but I finished The Wish. I give it a 2.5. It's rounded up to a 3 for Goodreads. There was so many mentions of the word quarter. This did take place in 1988, so I'm guessing a quarter was a lot of money back then because they just kept mentioned how broke they were going to go by putting their quarter into the wizard. I wish it had like more wishes, and there's like a big lull in this book, so yeah, not the best, but it was okay. All right, Sister, what is your update?
I read Nightmare Hall, number 10.
Oh, mine was number 4, yeah.
No, Sorority Sister, and this was fun. I give it a 3-star. It definitely was fun to try to figure out who the perpetrator was, but by the time it got to who the perpetrator was, I was kind of like, meh. But it was fun up until that point because I actually did not predict who the perpetrator was, but I had an idea in my mind of who I wanted it to be.
And it didn't go that way.
And it didn't go that way. So, but this was really fun, and I'm glad that I started it with this book. So, great start to the reading challenge.
Okay, as for book number 2 for the 24-hour readathon, my book is by Cynthia Murphy. It is Win, Lose, Kill, Die. I believe it's another young adult book, but I think it's a murder mystery. It's about a secret society, so I thought it would be a fun read to do during this 24-hour challenge. Dan predicted this would be a 4-star read for me. I predict it's going to be a 3. If it's anything higher than that, I will be happy. What about you, sister?
I will be reading You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kaylin Bayron. And I'm actually doing the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge. I only have 13 books left to read this year, and this one will fulfill the prompt, read a book that starts with Y. So I'm going to knock that out today, and I'm excited to read this. I predict that this will be a 4-star for me. I think I'm going to like this much better than the first book I read.
I'm so curious of, if the direction. I've read it, so I'm curious of what you're going to think about the direction it goes in.
What did you give it?
I think I gave it a 3.
You give it a 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to predict I'm going to give this one a 4. It's about this gal that takes this job at a summer camp, and they're recreating scenes from famous slasher films. But as time goes on, the other people that she's there with, they start to disappear. So I think this is fun, and I wanted to read this just before we're into fall. This is definitely a summer read, so
yep, summer's still here. We got 1 or 2 days left of it.
That's why I wanted to knock it out, because we're still in the summertime, so I'm excited.
All right, let's see if this one takes us 4 hours.
So I just finished book 2 of our 24-hour readathon, You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight, and I really enjoyed this one. This really surprised me, and I don't typically like slasher horror books, and this is a young adult novel, but I don't know, the ending really surprised me, the whole story surprised me. I give it 4 stars. I am knocking off a star because there is a little bit of some lag in the middle of the story where it just feels like it's filler stuff that's thrown in there before it gets to the crux of the story. And I thought that some of the decisions the characters made were kind of dumb. But I thought it was a lot of fun, and this is actually a book Lacey let me borrow.
I gave it a 3.
Yeah, so I am glad that I borrowed this one, sister.
Okay, well, for me, This one started off really strong. But then there was a pretty big lull in it. Like there could be a whole like 50 to 60 pages like taken out of this book. It's so unnecessary. But they do have a character named Billy Loomis, which is cool. So it gets major cred for me for that. It is very predictable, like very early on you can predict it. But I had fun with it, so I'm going to give it a 3.5, just because they reference Billy Loomis. So yeah, 3.5. And next up we will be reading, we're both going to read at the same time, The Housemaid. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I've been waiting all year for it. So I'm predicting a 5.
I'm going to predict a 5 as well.
Let's do it. Just providing a quick update. Be doing the review later because we only have 7.5 hours left. But we finished book 3. So we gotta get going on that. That took way longer than anticipated because, you know, reading is a lot. Sorry. We'll talk to you later. I'm gonna go pick book 4.
So I don't have an update for you now because, you know, reading's a lot.
It is.
Sorry.
I don't know if this is the next book I'm gonna read. I wanted to read 5, but I think I'm only gonna get 4 in. This could be the next book that I read. Or this could be the next book that I read. I don't know. I got 7.5 hours to figure it out, though.
I'm gonna read Mallory, the sequel to Bird Box.
Prediction.
I think I'm gonna give this a 4-star.
4-star.
I gave Bird Box a 5-star, so I don't want to get my hopes up.
I don't know which book I'm reading. I'll probably go with Pen Pal, and I'm gonna just say 4. 4 to play it safe.
I gave Pen Pal a 5-star, so we'll see.
Dan predicted I would give it a 5. But we'll see. Alright, we'll see if I make it. Cheers. Video update. It's like hour 20. I have like 100 pages left of this book. It's pretty messed up. It's a pretty messed up book. My eyes are blurring. I hope I can finish. How you doing? I'm really tired. She's like doing good though. I think she might make it.
What's that?
I said you're doing good. I think you're gonna make it. Do you think you're gonna make it?
Are you gonna make it? I wish this book was a little better.
I wish my eyes were a little better. That's all. So, Bird Box 2 was not good?
It's definitely not as good as the first one. The first one's phenomenal.
This book is creepy. I understand the cover now. I'm that far into the book that I understand the cover. I didn't understand the cover before I read the book. I understand the cover now. But I got like 110 pages left. And we got like a little over 4 hours left. Like 4.5 hours, something like that. Okay, so we have officially completed our 24-hour challenge. The last video you saw of me, I did get some sleep, so finished the book a little bit later than I anticipated. But the last 2 books we read, The Housemaid, we read that one together, and then the last book I read was Pen Pal, and both were fire. Both 5 stars. 5 stars. The Housemaid, I think that's my favorite Frida book. That was really good. It had a nice little twist in there. I'm really excited to see the movie. And Pen Pal is the most unsettling book of the year I read. It literally like gave me chills. reading it. I did not want to finish it before I went to bed because I think I would have been having nightmares. So I'm glad that I didn't, but I'm glad that I finished it in the morning. But yeah, that was good. So I'm going to turn it over to Nikki.
I read The Housemaid with Lacey. I also gave this 5 stars, and this is the first Frida book I have given 5 stars to. This is fire from beginning to end, and we watched the trailer for the movie that's coming out in December. It looks good too. I'm excited to see it, but this was a nice surprise, like fun from beginning to end. Loved every minute of this. And the second book I read was the sequel to Bird Box, Mallory. And I was disappointed in this one. This is middle of the road for me. I gave this 3 stars, probably a 2.5 round up to 3. But Bird Box, the first book that this one goes with, is one of my favorite horror horror books of all time. That book's fire.
That one is not.
This one doesn't have the same energy as the first one does. So I'm glad I read it, but it was just okay for me.
Successful 24 hours.